ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, wrestling fans, and sports entertainment fans, welcome to the No Shave Man Cave. I'm Ellie Jair. God damn! It's good to be back. I am fresh off a cruise where I was, in my mind, looking at death. And I'm sure no one else was, but it was pretty treacherous. And I have watched some fantastic shows in the past that really led me into getting over some stuff, getting through the story. One of the shows that I totally dig is The Curse of Oak Island. And I swear I have been watching this damn show it's on 16 or 17 seasons. And I swear I've been watching this as long as Roman Reigns has been your travel chief. And I tell you, brothers and sisters, it's time to move on. We've had a great run. It's been fantastic, but it's time. And I watched from start to finish, over and under and back around, Monday Night Raw. This week, I binge watched Monday night, Friday night, swept through the socials to see who was doing what to who and why, who was talking about this, that, and the other. And then tonight, on top of, the bloodshed that we saw The Rock put on Cody, to me, this would say, okay, the way this went, because it was so brutal, that there's a really, really good chance that Cody and Seth are going to win Saturday night. And I will be there. My dog, my boy, my brother from another mother, Jay Tilly, will be there. And hey, quick shout out my guy, Mr. Co, as you get ready to exit left after a fantastic Marine Corps career. I wish you could be there in the city of brotherly love when we go over to the Tun Tavern, the home, the founding location of our beloved Marine Corps. I'll tip and pour and enjoy a little bit of grog on your behalf. Congratulations and thank you for your service, brother. And, continue to do what you do as you, head off to your next career. I can't wait to hear about it, man. I am super, super excited. So, kudos. So, Kyle, he's getting ready to head off, retire from our beloved Marine Corps after 20 plus years of faithful service. Him and the missus are going to go do what they do. So, hey, kudos. So, much like what the Bloodline is about to do, what they do, and to just lay waste at the end of an episode, really, to me, would then say, all right, so if we're going to get all kind of crazy, there's got to be signs, right? So you see indications and warnings, whether you're on the battlefield, whether you're watching a TV show, or, who sat down and watched Reservoir Dogs, and they're sitting in the diner and they're going over all their names, and you're like, oh, shoot, who's this guy, who's that guy, who's this guy, and they're talking about their names, and it's just Mr. Blank, insert color, and man, that movie was really something. And that is what I feel like we've been watching with the Bloodline. and Roman Reigns, and the total carnage that he has been laying waste just shy, I think, of 1,400 days. And I mean, you can't argue with it. It's been fantastic. It's been a really, really good run. But you get to a point where it's like, okay, enough is enough. And we're not even talking about like this guy held the title for this long and this guy and this girl and because of this and 55,000 days, whatever. It's time. It's time. It's time to turn the page and begin to watch the WWE evolve. Well, you've been watching this Revolution and you've been watching blah, 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 blah. No, it's time. It's time to get Ricochet with the rocket ship on his back. It's time for Chad Gable to get involved in that Intercontinental Title match. It's time to have a new tag team champion. Split the titles. And I'm digging what I'm hearing in the rumor mill. And if I see R-Truth jump up the ladder and he only grabs the Raw titles, I'm good with it. I'm good. I'm totally good. We'll split the titles. We'll go off and do some great things. It's time for some new ones anyway. And, man, I am jacked to the nines. So, I recently got my hat that, basically says, hey, brother, you are heading to WrestleMania, and it's got VIP on the side, and everybody's all super excited. Not as excited as me. So we have our main event for night 1. We have our main event for night 2. Me personally, I feel like we have our opening match for night 1 and night 2. Opening night 1 would be Jimmy and Jey Uso, but I think it will be potentially either Bayley and Io Sky or Rhea and Becky Lynch. I'm just saying. And it might be night 1, night 2, they open with the women's titles matches, because those are going to bring the house down. And then on Friday night, you have Friday Night SmackDown. You have the Hall of Fame ceremony. You also have the Ring of Honor show that your boy Jay Tilly and I are going to be hitting up. So jacked, super excited. Can't wait to see everyone who's going to be participating in the Friday night excitement pre-WrestleMania there in Philly. So can't wait. We'll get there on Thursday and just rip up the town. We're going to go get we're going to go grab some Philly cheesesteaks and what have yous, and super excited. So if you have any recommendations, hit us up right there on the socials, wherever you drop your knowledge and kickouts and shout-outs on the socials, No Shave Man Cave, everywhere. So super excited. So we sat down, we watched Monday Night Raw, and man, it was a good one. And you had to know, even though Michael Cole talked about Cody not being cleared to be, present there, you knew you had to see him. You knew you had to see main event Jey Uso. You knew you had to see him. But Seth freaking Rollins getting whipped with that freaking belt. And that belt had the metal buttons. And whew! And when he was in that front face lock and he got whacked a couple more times, and then Solo came around and was holding Cody's arms and schwack. So, anytime you see some closing shots like that, obviously there's going to be price to pay. If it isn't immediately, it's going to be down the road. And down the road, what's Cody's last name? Rhodes. Everybody remembers Hard Times, baby. And he was reaching out and he was talking to him. And you were feeling his pain. Are we not feeling Cody's pain? Have we not walked down the road? The road, there we go again. I mean, we've got one more show, Friday Night SmackDown, to close out pre-WrestleMania. And that will be in Philly. And that will be the induction night for the Wise Man, the U.S. Express with Mike Rotunda and Barry Windham, and others being inducted into the WWE Wrestling Hall of Fame. Is that the night that the American Nightmare chooses to really draw some serious attention to this match? I say no. Because we heard tonight that Roman Reigns is going to induct the Wise Man into the WWE Hall of Fame. Now, am I saying, oh my goodness, I can't believe this? I absolutely thought that we were going to see Tommy Dreamer show up, because if someone deserves to induct anyone into the Hall of Fame, it would be the heart and soul of professional wrestling, Tommy Dreamer. But it's not going to happen. Although it would be pretty cool if we were to see something along those lines, with some kind of attack on Friday night. I don't think we'll see Brock, although we've seen hints and indications just to see who's doing what to who and on the back of the truck. But we did see the Rattlesnake and John Cena, and not too many people see John Cena, so there's that. John Cena sighting? What? Did I just do a Christian? Oh, I almost hit you with the New Day. Woo. We are going to see the who's who of professional wrestling from Friday through Monday in the greater Philadelphia area. And we will see the greatest, the largest, the most over-the-top WrestleMania that we have seen in the past 39, because that's what we've been told. We're going to go to the link where the Philadelphia Eagles, NFC East rivals of my New York Football Giants, and it is going to be off the hook. I dropped on our socials, No Shave Man Cave, on X and on Threads, I dropped the weather. So, there's going to be a low of 48, a high of 63. I'm from Florida. That is borderline freezing. So, I'm going to get a hoodie made, probably get a zip-up, maybe one of those caps that everybody wears, and no rain right now in the forecast, so that is freaking awesome. Everything is lining up perfect. Oh yeah, WrestleMania, it's going to be great, and the stories and the rah. Hold up. What I'm talking about, everything is setting up perfect. We saw the perfect setup to see Roman Reigns finally drop the title. Yes. What? Oh, he got beaten and he got this and he got... Yes, he did. But because now The Rock and Roman and the Bloodline and everybody, they're going to come in there lollygagging, letting their guard down. And who is going to show up? It's going to be everybody, their brother, their sister. I mean, the damn man is going to show up. Jade Cargill's going to be there. We're going to see everyone getting it in against the Bloodline. And me personally, I think it's time. I think it's time to let go Cody finish his story. And it's not okay, go ahead, I'll let you go. No. No. Like LA Knight. No. We're going to see Cody Rhodes finish the story. Not because any other reason other than this dude has been there, done that. I have a couple of goddamn t-shirts. And he has earned the right to finish the story. We're going to see a changing of the guard during WrestleMania like we haven't seen in quite a long time. I believe, and I'm over here pushing every believe button, almost every title will change hands. Do I think Rhea Ripley should lose the title? I don't. I think she's been a very, very dominant champion. But I think it would be very good for the story. So, she's going to lose the title. Because now what does that put her in? That puts her in the chase. And everybody loves mommy being on top. Me included. Don't make it weird. So, what we're going to see is we're going to see every title change hands. And almost a complete reset. And, beginning of season blank. Whatever that season is. Since it's, WrestleMania 40, we're going to say season 41, episode 1. We are going to see a complete new, just running and gunning of the WWE. That would be putting Ricochet and that rocket straight on his back. Seeing Chad Gable in the main event on Monday Night Raw. Because that dude can go. Does everybody remember the match against Cody? I mean, that was a freaking amazing match. Does everyone remember the match of him and Gunther? Him, Chad Gable, pushing Gunther to the freaking max? I do. Hey-o. And to see, Sami Zayn and Chad Gable laid out like that, does that not plant the seed for Chad Gable to come out during WrestleMania or on Friday night or somewhere along the lines in social media and say, you know what, Gunther, you're not going to get away with this. I will see you at WrestleMania. And then Sami Zayn's like, oh, wait a minute. You're not going to see him because I'm going to see him. Oh, yeah, I guess we are going to see him. Well, how did that work out for him and Kevin Owens? You know what I mean? That did not work out very well when they went buddy-buddy back in NXT. Now, did it work well last year when they defeated the Usos for the Tag Team Championships, night one when they main evented? Yeah. And that was the first time that a tag team match had main evented WrestleMania. Whoa! Freaking amazing. And we are going to see some amazing matches during WrestleMania. Yeah, we'll see some gimmick matches, I'm sure. You're going to see, the Tribal Chief and The Rock versus Cody Rhodes and Seth freaking Rollins. There's going to be twists and turns. Someone's going to turn on each other, and I'm here for it. I just hope that we get to see one of the greatest WrestleManias of all time. And, everyone can say, oh, they shouldn't have Roman drop the title because of blank. Or, I can't wait to see Cody Rhodes as your Universal Champion. And then he starts referring to the Universal Championship as the WWE title. And then they redesign it. It comes out something along the lines of the Wing title or kind of like what the Nightmare title looks like. Kind of a play on the Nightmare title. If everybody is watching on YouTube, you can see the Nightmare title which is a white leather belt, the winged eagle-esque look, American Nightmare in the middle, and just a beautiful representation of what a title, world championship should look like. So maybe we see it, maybe we don't like that. The UFC, they've got their Octagon title with the UFC in the middle. The WWE, the Monday Night title's got WWE right smack dab in the middle. The, undisputed Universal title predominantly positioned right in the middle with the WWE. So are we going to see a complete reboot of the titles? I hope so. So we're going to see Saturday night, the main event of night one, your tribal chief, your final boss, which I don't think he should be using because Samoa Joe was using it already and it's already on a t-shirt. I'm just saying. Against Seth freaking Rollins and my American Nightmare. Once again, like I said, every time I record, I'm rocking my Cody shirt. This was a 2020 version. I've got a bunch others. I'll be rocking those at Mania. So night one, we're going to have a great main event. Night two, the show of shows. We're going to have so many fantastic matches. And the main event. The main event. Hopefully not Bloodline rules. Because we already saw what the Bloodline rules look like. That's not what anybody wants. Unless the entire locker room empties and it turns into a lumberjack match or some sort of, something. But, we saw a very, very good Monday Night Raw, a great go-home show to lay it all out. We saw Cody Rhodes get his break speed off tonight. We saw him get the break speed off of him last week. We saw him bleed, just like The Rock said, and them holding those titles up, or holding the belts up. I'm air quoting for those who are just listening to us at home. Holding those belts up. And that is a story that is a very, very telling story. Now, reflect back to when the show started and Roman Reigns came out and he told his blah, 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 the island of relevancy and blah, 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 and then everybody threw up the ones. Did you notice The Rock didn't throw up his ones? I did. And I think that's very telling. Now, Cody Rhodes was over there and said, hey, I want everybody to point at the sign with me. And he kissed the Too Sweet, threw it up, kissed the Bullet Club, threw it up, and then pointed. Now, who else is he going to pull to support him? If we see Dustin Rhodes, I hope we see him as the unnatural, the Dustin that we see now. I don't want to see him as Goldust. I want to see him what we're seeing in AEW. I want to see him what we saw when Cody and Dustin went one-on-one for one of the greatest matches I've ever seen Cody or Dustin in before, during, and after their amazing careers. That match should be in the Hall of Fame. If we were going to do matches that should be in the Hall of Fame, brother versus brother, it was much more gory, much more blood felt than, we keep, I've been going back to WrestleMania 10 for like the last 3 or 4 days when I flip through and go, oh man, this great match for this great match for that. And I don't know if it's because we're seeing the A&E series being dropped for Rivals and biographies. But man, WrestleMania 10 was a fantastic WrestleMania, and we got to see brother versus brother, Owen versus Brett. And that was a fantastic match. Owen came out on top, walked away Intercontinental Champion. Brother versus brother, Cody and Dustin. There wasn't a title on line. It was just on the line. It was just brother versus brother. Extremely bloody match. Extremely hard hitting. Such a great match. And at the end, they hugged, and you were just like, damn, that was a match. And that, my friends, is what I think we are going to hear, see, and feel at the end of Night 2, WrestleMania. We're going to see Cody freaking American Nightmare Rhodes holding the WWE Undisputed Universal title with his brother there, Dustin, handing the title over to Mama Rhodes while The Rock, while Roman, while Solo, while Jimmy, while, whatever Anoa'i family they're going to roll out, shit, bring Nia Jax out, someone super kick her. And we're going to see the American Nightmare walk out of there, walk out of Philly, and head on to Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania. 2 nights, main eventing both nights. I wonder what his payday will be for that one. And, whew, talk to me, Goose. So, super excited. Hope everybody enjoyed the Monday Night Raw tonight, the Monday Night Raw go-home show. We have one more show, Friday Night SmackDown, which will be in Philly at the Wells Fargo Center. Should be a fantastic show. I think it's going to be, I think it'll be a safe show. I think it'll be a fun show. There'll be a bunch of run-ins, and you won't really be sure what's going to happen because, everybody needs to get to Mania safe. And then we'll close out, head off to Peacock. Make sure if you haven't already gotten your subscription set up for Peacock, you have that ready because that's where you're going to be able to catch the Hall of Fame induction. So, whew, man, it is going to be banging, popping, slapping, clapping, whatever the hell we're calling it, but it is going to be fantastic. So, thank you so much for checking us out here, Jay Tilly, Ellie Jair, the No Shave Man Cave. We are getting ready to pack our bags and head off to Philadelphia for WrestleMania. We have a lot of stuff planned. We're going to try and touch base with a few other wrestling talk shows and folks that are in the know. Super excited. Hope everything works out for not just us, but for everyone who's trying to get their shit in with wrestling. And, there's a lot going on in professional wrestling, not just the WWE, AEW, NWA, Ring of Honor. GCW's got a freaking bang-up show getting ready to pop off. It'll be a inter-organization show with GCW, AEW, WWE. Shayna Baszler will be participating in the show against Masha Slamovich, the former GCW champion, not just the women's champion. And I'm not saying just the women's champion, but Masha Slamovich was the GCW world champion, which I think is freaking fantastic. Tessa Blanchard did it before when TNA, was rocking and rolling, and then right before COVID. You saw Chyna win the Intercontinental title. I think she was the first women's champion. And then you saw Jazz. She held, I think she held the hardcore title there for a little while. And then you saw the 24/7 title get, kind of passed around like that. But man, we have got a lot on the line. We've got a lot that we're going to see for WrestleMania, the WWE, everything that's going on. Super excited. Can't wait to see everybody in Philly. Get ready. I hope your bags, if they're not packed, you got them out. You're doing some laundry and getting ready. Make sure you check your flight information, and if you got an aisle seat, hey, if I'm in, if I'm sitting in, maybe we could talk. I don't know, buy a drink, whatever. But hey, on behalf of Jay Tilly, I'm Ellie J. Thanks for checking us out here at the No Shave Man Cave, where you get all of your hot and funny, informational, just your wrestling and sports entertainment information. So, on behalf of Jay Tilly, I'm Ellie J. El Editore. Thanks for hooking us up and taking good care of us, sir. And on behalf of all the men and women in our beautiful military service, thank you so much for what you do. Keep doing what you do. Hurry up, get your ass home. And until next time, friends, fam, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and we'll see you on the floor.